Well, we are tracking bitter cold weather across Kentuckiana. It was hour by hour, Connie. The winds were dropping. Take a look at this.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so many Americans are traveling today depending on their routes. Weather could be a challenge. As Doug said, some Thanksgiving travelers facing those brutal snowstorms and blizzards today. An Arctic blast is continuing across the northern U.S. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says several roads near Fargo closed yesterday.
What a shutdown there. The National Weather Service reports at least 8 inches of snow in around the Fargo area. The semi-trucks jackknifed and blocked a road in Minnesota, leading up to the long line of vehicles, but luckily no injuries. And at several major airports today, forecasters expecting some travel delays and cancellations. The outlook for Chicago, Boston, New York, and down the East Coast. The other concern today is the bitter cold that's right here gripping us in Kentuckiana at the moment.
Yeah, that video there looked just like the Fargo movie scene. When you watch that movie, that's how it looks. There's snow everywhere.
And Mallory, you're saying Chicago is already getting some snow right now, impacting air travel.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're not even getting a ton of accumulating snow, but it's blowing around. I'm sure it's lowering visibility. There's a lot of wind with that snow whipping around the Great Lakes region. And so when you take a look at the airport delays across the country, we have a red plane in Chicago. That is not good. It does look like from the FAA website there's a ground delay, so those flights from Louisville to O'Hare specifically are delayed. Check that flight status before you do head to the airport. And this is why satellite and radar here showing, you can tell the counterclockwise nature of this. That's an area of low pressure there. So on the back side of this, you have that colder air filtering through here. There's usually a lot of wind associated with it as well. That's what we're seeing in Wisconsin and Michigan, and that snow just kind of dumping in that general area. Showers continuing to push off to the east and northeast, and then things are drying out along the mid-Atlantic and east coast there. Here at home, might be seeing just a couple of flurries for those areas to the east and northeast of Louisville, if you're lucky. The rest of us, we've been just dealing with cloud cover, especially from the parkways northward today. More clearing in south central Kentucky. Temperatures definitely colder compared to this time yesterday. We're at 42 degrees in Louisville with wind chills in the 30s. 47 currently in Bowling Green, 40 in Lexington, and more of those 30s just off to our north. This is that 24-hour temperature change map. So we had a round of 2 cold fronts that cut through the region last night and into this morning, and that's why it feels 15 to 20 degrees colder than this time yesterday. And I should say it feels even colder than that once we factor in the wind chills. Your hour-by-hour futurecast for this evening, we are expecting partly to mostly cloudy skies, so we might see some breaks in the cloud cover before more clouds stream in from the west here. That should keep temperatures primarily in the 30s. A few spots may dip into the upper 20s tomorrow morning. And for your Thanksgiving, clouds look to clear by lunchtime. More of that afternoon sunshine, but it's not going to warm us up all too much thanks to a northwest wind. So expect those highs tomorrow in the upper 30s to lower 40s. And you can see these overnight lows tomorrow night dipping down well into the 20s. It's going to be a chilly Black Friday. Looking ahead to this weekend, we stay dry for Thursday and Friday, and now it looks like for the first half of Saturday, which could be really good news for the UVL UK game. Kickoff is at noon on Saturday, but take a look at this storm system off to our west, 10 a.m. on Saturday. It approaches our area more so by the evening and overnight. And where's that rain snow line going to set up? We're going to keep a close eye on this, but it looks like a wintry mix for us that then transitions over to rain as we carry on into Sunday morning. We stay cold for the first several days of December there, with highs in the upper 30s and lower 40s and overnight lows in the 20s. We'll be right back after this break.